Mm. Good morning, good afternoon, good night. Welcome to another episode, Not Safe for Work podcast. I got my boys with me. I got Snow with me, got Juice with me. Yo, what's up with Age?
Jesus. TikTok Live, right?
All
Well,
right.
last
Oh
time
yeah,
I seen him, he was on TikTok Live. I don't know.
What?
I couldn't give you an answer, brother.
Oh man. An eventful weekend, eventful night. Did y'all watch actually before I get into that, how was y'all weekend? Starting from Friday, obviously Saturday, leading up to yesterday. How was y'all weekend?
Had a good weekend. Had a pretty good weekend. Made some money. Caught some vibes. No complaints. Hopefully, my birds bring it home and complete the trilogy.
Oh yeah, we definitely gonna talk about that. How about you, Juice?
No, I've been silent. Hung with some family. Hung with some the lady friends. The fight was great last night. Shout out to Bud. Um, got the dog a wash, man. That is little things.
You wash
The
them
little
yourself or you
thing.
take them somewhere?
You know, I took him somewhere. I can't. Sometimes you gotta pay a professional.
Yo, real shit. You got time for that shit. But I don't want to hold you up too much longer. We do got some strong topics today. Snow mentioned one. There's another I wanted to touch on, but since it's like fresh on our minds, did y'all watch the fight last night?
Yeah, bro. Yeah,
Yes,
bro.
sir.
That nigga Buzz, the greatest we ever seen. I've ever seen.
Like any weight class? Like any you
Like,
got any like
yeah, any weight
qualifiers or
class.
you
Like, I
just
think, I think Floyd aesthetically, like watching him and shit, and how technical he was, and how smart he was. Like, Floyd is like right there, but I think Bud is like right there. Just like his story, starting off at what 135 or 147, and now he just Canelo Alvarez at 168, and like it didn't even look like remotely close to me. Like I felt like he dominated the whole fight. Like I'm watching it as I'm watching the fight round for round, and I put money on it too. Like I had a vision. I just seen Bud winning, but like, bro, it was like at about round nine, bro, and I was trying to be as unbiased as I possibly could. I only could give Canelo one round. I
what
only could give
round
him
was
one
that?
round.
What
It
round was
might have been
that?
like round three, because the first two
Around
rounds,
three, around 3 or 4.
like round three or four, it was like it was so minuscule that it was hard. It got caught up in the and it got caught up in the fold, like you know what I mean. But I think this his story really did going weight class to weight class, being at the age he is and dominating. Yeah, I think he's the greatest I've ever seen. Not to mention he's a three-time undisputed champ in three
Hmm.
different weight classes, which I think may not ever be done again. Which I don't think is not even getting enough attention because that's something that's like remarkable.
Yo, what's his relationship like with his mom today?
I don't know,
Like,
but that went into me betting on him last night though. His old
bro,
relationship with her.
well, I mean, like, I picked him to win initially just because I like I'm a boxing casual, but if it's one thing I can identify as a sicko, when I look at Bud eyes, bro, it's nothing behind his eye. Like, bro, he like I'm trying to think of an example. Like most recent one, he met Angel Reese. How you think you gonna be me, Angel Reese? Teeth, palms, ear to ear. He met her, ain't nothing. Like, oh, pick. All right.
You
Hold on.
threw him Marvin Gaye.
He said,
Yeah,
hold
ain't ain't no mountain too high,
on. He
huh?
said, he said, this your first fight? She said, yeah. He said, you picked the right one. Ain't smile, nothing, bro. It's nothing operating back here, bro. And then I'm sure after the fight, he probably went home, ate some fish, played spades with a voluptuous woman, probably 200 and up, 180 and up, bro.
In his 2013 Yukon Denali with 195,000 miles on it.
With the
Like
pit
niggas,
bulls playing out front, no leash
you
pit
feel
bulls
me?
out front.
Like in his six-bedroom house, middle class suburban house when he just made however much money. Yeah, but that's funny
with
you said
seven
that
with
though, because
7 kids.
with seven kids, like did you see the John where he had he knew he had a baby on his baby mom, and they asked him like, so what was the conversation like? And he was like, I just told her like shit happens. I'm
Ah!
like, yo, he's done. I'm like, yeah, how could you not put money on him? Even like, how
Bro,
could I?
he just honorable, bro. It's like you can tell he really fucked up when that happened. That wasn't supposed to happen, man. Come on.
It's crazy. It's like they her. I blame the mom. Like the mom created a monster. The fact that she went on national TV and told people, yeah, I used to pay the kids in the neighborhood to come whoop his ass, and none of them could do it. You
Yo.
feel me? And then Bud saying, "No, I used to be trying to I used to beat all these tournaments and whoop niggas' asses and all these different tournaments just to get my mom's approval, and I never got it." I'm like, yeah, all that shit literally went into me putting money on him. Like honestly, because optics and shit and what is it? Analytics
Hmm.
say don't put money on him. He's jumping up what 2 weight classes? His last fight was at what 154, 157. So you jump up initially another 10, 11 pounds to fight a bigger opponent, fight Canelo, who, as prior to last night was regarded as the best fighter, pound for pound, you could say,
Yeah.
or had the most distinguished resume. I guess you could say that, like, had the most distinguished resume. So you go there and then you just dominate the nigga. Like, it didn't even look close. You feel me? It was like, by like round 8, 9, nigga was like, oh, the only way Canelo can win is by a knockout. So I think the way he did that, that's some heralded shit, bro. That's some like I was unheralded, whatever the word is. That was some crazy shit though.
I was unaware that Bud was older than Canelo. That's how much of a casual I am.
Yeah, I think when you add all that shit up, bro, and put it up and cook it up, and the finished product is like it might be the greatest of all time, bro. At least that I've seen in our generation. Every generation got their own goat, I believe. But I feel like if he's not the goat, niggas still got Floyd at 1A. He gotta be 1B. Like,
I do want to play this clip of Max Kellerman. Um the way he just like talks about Crawford. Hold on, I'm about to just play that shit. Let me share my screen. Share. I see the screen.
That are undeniable. He's athletic, he has long arms, he has punching power, he has speed, all those things. He has a very high boxing IQ. But the defining characteristic of Crawford to me as an athlete is he has a defectively competitive personality. Defectively competitive. The other athlete that comes to mind is Michael Jordan. Bud Crawford wants to beat you at everything all the time, and he competes against everyone. And he's asked, are you scared of anything? And he said, only thing he's scared of is his mother. Because since Customato and Mike Tyson, the big thing in boxing has been you have to learn how to control your fear. All fighters feel it and da-da-da. And Crawford says, I'm not scared, and I believe him. I think the thing he's actually scared of is his mother telling him his whole life, you're not going to be anything. Even when he succeeds, he's scared of her beating him.
Yeah.
If he fails, she wins.
Yeah.
But the competitiveness of
Right.
Bud Crawford, I think, is what has separated him in this era.
Nigga said if he fails, she wins. That's why I asked, like, what's
That
their
are
relationship like
undeniable.
today? For him to still be fighting with so much fury.
rage.
Yeah,
And it's like
nah, bro.
control rage too. Like that shit is very controlled. He he know how to use discernment with his rage and
Hmm.
aggression and shit, bro. But that nigga, like, to be almost 38, bro, like that shit that was a masterclass. And he outclassed him. It wasn't like it was some cheap shit or he knocked him down or something. No, he like straight outclassed him from round 1 to round 12. He just
Like
outclassed him, bro.
nothing questionable happened.
And Canelo came out afterwards and was like, I just didn't know what to do with him. He like, bro, this nigga said, I tried my best. Like, I don't want people to think I went out there and half-ass. I literally tried my best, and there was nothing I could do with him. Yeah, bro. And then after the fact, he shake everybody's hand, give Canelo back his belts. Like, he just like one of those niggas that's just from
Hmm.
like, you feel me? Just like an honorable dude. Like, he just one of them niggas you only see every, what, 10, 15 years?
Well,
Yeah.
speaking of an ass kicking from start to finish, championship rematch, 4 o'clock Eastern time this Sunday. Chiefs Eagles. They're playing this game in Kansas City, which I thought was kind of weird. To But anyway, they say Super Bowl rematches in the regular season. The champion is 7-3 in the last 10 matchups. Um, fellas, who y'all got? What's the game script for the Eagles to kick ass today? And and tell me why. All right, so I said last week Chiefs season was on the line. Today the dynasty is on the line. The season was over a week one, but the dynasty is like is I think it ends today. So predictions, game script, recipe to kick their ass, or are you just not even worried?
Um, so the prediction, I think the Eagles win a close one. I think the Chiefs are gonna pull out every trick in the hat because I think they know. I think they know they don't have the horses. They
Hmm.
don't have the guys to like get this done. So I think you're gonna see a lot of trick plays. You're gonna see a lot of late stage Patriot stuff where they was just trying stuff because Brady was, he didn't have any more white guys to throw to. I think this game is going to be real. They're going to try to get real tricky. The defense, like Spag's going to throw the kitchen sink at hers. They're just going to try to do whatever it takes to win the game. And I just think ultimately it's just not going to be enough
How tricky
because
can
they
you
don't got.
get with Pacheco?
That's the thing. They're limited. They don't have.
Yeah,
You literally just said it. They don't got the horses. So it's like, what you gonna do? A
End
double
around.
reverse pass? Yeah, with fucking
they,
right, not even
bro,
right.
bro, you're gonna see some shit today. I'm trying to tell you, they gonna pull everything out because they know. And Mahomes trying to do that thing where he did last week, where he's just running around and trying to run people. That's not gonna work
That ain't
today.
gonna work.
That's not gonna
That ain't
work
Because the
gonna
today.
Eagles
work.
don't
He going
respect him. They'll smack that nigga.
We got a fresh ass Jalen Carter. I'm about to bet the shit out of Pacheco under. He's not doing nothing with that line today.
the
He's
first, the Eagles first and foremost thing is like we're gonna stop the run,
stop the run,
and
yep.
once they stop the run, is
And
runs,
Pacheco's
And they're
gonna
going to
help.
stop the run with like four.
run.
I don't even think they're even trying to stop the run with their front seven. It might be like, no, we're going to drop out. We're going to stop the run with our four, and then we're going to hoop. And it's
And
fucking
they
crazy because Mahomes fucking around lead their team in rushing. Didn't he
Yep.
lead the team in rushing last week?
Yep.
He's probably lead the team in rushing again on some cool shit like that.
They
So
going
yeah,
actually I know exactly what they're going. They're gonna pull out that old ass Chevy Malibu out the garage, dust it off. Kareem Hunt, you get some carries. Kareem Hunt, you get some catch this wheel route real quick. It's
no, and Pat, that's the part where I feel like their GM let them down this offseason. I feel like they didn't focus enough on the running back. I feel like if they would have provided Pat with like a more dynamic running back who catch the ball out the
mm-hmm.
backfield, where you can like dump it down to and he could go get 8 yards. Kareem Hunt stinks. Pacheco stinks. Like
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to they stink. So it's like there's really no like release valve for him. So who we depending on? Hollywood Brown?
Travis Kelsey,
Travis
Trav
Kelsey,
checked
he
out.
is
Hollywood
a
Trav
pop
Brown.
checked
star.
out. He checked
Yeah.
out. You know how I know a nigga checked out when he started making decisions. Like,
Mm-hmm.
do I really want to go like, you know what I'm
Not playing
saying?
free.
Do I really want to go run across this middle right now? Like he got other things on his mind. You can't have all your other things on your mind on that
And
field.
you've seen that highlight, especially in the Super Bowl, like his lack of effort. Like that didn't really get talked about a
Oh
lot,
yeah.
or I
Now I
feel like
remember that. I remember that.
his lack of effort was like even when that one sack when Josh Sweat rushed and he was supposed to chip him, he just was like it was like his mom was like, I wonder what me and Teller gonna wear like on the way. Like I'm gonna go lavender
I'm gonna
with like
go live.
fuchsia. Dude, the real shit, bro. And he must have forgot, like, oh shit, I gotta chip this big 6'5" nigga that's about to
Mm-hmm.
fuck Mahomes up. And I just feel like, yeah, he might be checked out. It's probably his last season. First ballot Hall of Famer, 3 Super Bowls. I think he checked out. But yeah, I don't think just hat for hat. I don't think nigga for nigga they could fuck with us. And
No.
I and Hurts and Smitty. Smitty's another one. I would take Smitty today too.
Yeah, I like Smitty a
Smitty
lot. Or
Smitty
against a
always
second
on his mark.
corner, like the gap. I still like AJ against McDuffie because he always worked McDuffie.
Yeah, like that.
McDuffie get an A for effort. He tries. He don't give up or
Hey,
nothing like
Yeah.
that.
AJ Brown said, "I love when teams trust their corner."
Yeah, like for
I
real, like, and they trust
love
McDuffie.
when
But I give credit to McDuffie because when AJ catch that, that ball, a little 17-yard game, McDuffie draped over him. I give him that, but it's really nothing he could do with AJ. And I like Smitty because the gap between like a team's best corner and second best corner, like that gap. All right, so you got that gap and pair it with the gap between AJ and Smitty. It's like the gap
Mm-hmm.
between AJ and Smitty is like this, and then the gap between McDuffie and the second best corner is like so. It's like yeah. So it's like I like Smitty a lot tonight too.
One thing that could throw a wrench in the game though is like weird stuff, and that's what I was thinking about last Super Bowl when niggas used to ask me, "What you think about the game? What you think about the game?" I was like, I think we win, but weird stuff can happen. So I think today gonna be a weird weather game from what I've seen. Like the weather gonna be like real muggy. It's gonna
Hmm.
rain a little bit. Um, so that could throw the dynamics of the game off too. Like so I just expect a strong Hurts throwing the ball game, and I think Saquon gonna make timely runs because I feel like they chilled out last week with Saquon. I feel like that first half he was getting like 8 yards a pop on some
Hmm.
calm, and I feel like in the second half they was just like, all right, let's just win the game. They were just running into like 10-man boxes, but
But that's one thing the
I
Chiefs
think
do.
it,
They stopped the run. They can stop
They
the.
do stop the run, but you think they could do it again? Do you think seeing Saquon again, or rather Saquon seeing them again? Do you think who you
No,
think has the advantage there?
what it is, and what I actually think we about to a lot of people you're gonna hear a lot of this on Monday, barring on the results of today. So the Chiefs always hung their head on like explosive offense, and like initially when they first won that chip, and then after that they phased out of offense and went to like a more defensive dink and dunk style. If their offense is bad and their defense is bad, like what? Bro, I think it's gonna be a blowout again. I think Eagles do whatever they
bro,
want, and I think the Chiefs' defense is just one dimensional. You and I think they can stop the run and that's it. But we know how complicated football is. If you can only stop the run if like the pass game and the run game go hand in hand. If the Eagles gonna be passing all crazy, then how the fuck are you going to be able to stop the run there? Because now you're gonna have to drop some niggas back into coverage, and then you lighten up the line. The next thing you know, Saquon break one explosive play. So it's like I think it's going to be like a gangbang today.
I think Spags learned his lesson. Like I can't just keep leaving these niggas one on one. I can't keep doing one on one or cover one man against these niggas because they're going to burn me. At some point, they're going to burn me.
Hmm.
And Spags' whole thing, even since his days with the Giants, was he was like an elite blitz maker. Like he could
Hmm.
send exotic blitz and simulated blitz and all this shit to create pressure. And I feel like I don't know. I just feel like Jalen. They all seen that shit, bro. I seen something yesterday where it was like, uh, the Chiefs is one of the only teams we play every year since the Nick Sirianni
Yeah.
era. They
Hmm.
played them niggas every year, outside of like the Cowboys,
Oh, I know what you're
Giants.
talking about. It's the first, actually, even on the NFC AFC tip, like this is the most in NFL history, and AFC and NFC team
That's
is
what I'm
matched
saying,
up.
bro. And I also I gotta go. I don't like using this metric as like a gauge or like something, but shit, since 2022, Jalen Hurts is 15-1 against the AFC. He's 15-4, period, like regular season as a starter. But since
Hmm.
2022, that's 3 years 3 years of fucking data. This nigga's 15-1 against the AFC.
Hmm.
and I think because of that familiarity, bro, then it just becomes about who's better.
And half a hat,
And
they can't do nothing with us. We
half the head
seen
is
that.
just not
We've seen that on multiple
so.
occasions. Half a hat, they're not better. Outside of that 2021 game where he still had Tyreek and Jalen was like his first year starting, and we didn't have AJ and all that shit. Outside of that, bro, like we 2-1 against them. And that Super Bowl, outside of that weird shit, that holding with James Bradbury, it's like,
Oh
yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
Yeah,
but I don't even want.
Those three Super Bowls made Brett Veach a little lazy. Definitely a little lazy.
Pat, that's real shit.
Yeah,
He's
he
so
he
Mm-hmm.
he got
lazy.
lazy. It's like Howie. You see what Howie niggas online talking about, not even retweeted. Niggas like, oh, Howie bored. Why is he trade for Tank Bigsby? And then you listen to John Middlecoff, who like knows the sport front and back. He's talking to you. He's like, bro, it's like you can't stop. Like Howie's one of those guys who's like, no matter
All
how much money you
circumstances.
got in your bank account, how much success you reach, it's just something innate in him. It's just like, no, we gotta keep putting the pedal to the metal. Like, so it's like we gotta trade for a Tank Bisbee, because God forbid something happened to Saquon. But if something did, you know who was ready? I was ready. Y'all wasn't ready. It's
Yeah.
like y'all running back, Brett Veach, your running back room stink. It's week 2. There's nothing you can do about it now.
If anything, y'all should be trying to trade for fucking Tank Bigsby. But another
Nigga, they
thing,
should have been, well, not them, but like a team like a Bills should have been trying to trade for a Micah Parsons, like the
what is
steel,
Howie
the
doing calling
Bengals.
Gary
Like
offering 2-1s and other stuff?
that's what I'm saying. He's
According to Jay Glazer, what was other stuff? What are you
was
doing,
other
Howie?
stuff.
What the
That's
fuck
what
are you
that's what
doing?
he on,
And I
bro. It's
think
like,
he was trolling too. Like, yo, bro, you give me Mike if I give you 2-1s and
bro, I think he just did it because it's
100
the itch.
bands.
I think he did it because it's the itch he got to scratch. It's like
Yeah,
I don't get how he's
addiction.
not one of them boys. Just like, oh well, like you know how some people are just like, like they'll just like, I don't think we can do it. Let's do this instead. It's like no, I was one of them niggas like I think we can do it, so I'm gonna at least try. Like how
Yeah,
was
worst
gonna
they could
die
tell me
trying.
is no.
Worst they could
Yeah.
tell me is no. He's gonna die trying, bro. And that's his strength that's his white privilege strength. He's using it because the entitlement it allows him to say, you know what? Let me keep trying. There's no self-doubt in him at all.
Mm-hmm.
But speaking of white privilege, thoughts on Charlie Kirk? I said a lot, but I had to
Let
say
me.
about him over the weekend. But I'll leave the floor for y'all.
No, I'm gonna go because I put out a line of tweets the day after it happened, and the first line of tweets I was talking about, you know what I'm saying, like being compassionate, all that type of stuff. And I think the lady hit me up and she was like, "Yo, are you like explain this?" And that's why like it's hard to get thoughts off on Twitter or on the internet because you lack context sometimes. And I think I ain't do a good job of doing the context because the idea to think that me, Juice, would cope for racist is crazy.
Wait,
Why would
who's
I
the
ever do
lady?
that?
Who you referring to?
No, my girl, bro, my
Oh,
girl. She was saying like you gotta explain this because the line of
okay.
tweets was like it made it like fuzzy where I was talking about like everybody deserve, like
Oh, I
empathy,
see what you
whatever,
mean.
whatever. But I was saying that because the white supremacists was asking like people to be kind to Charlie family and all that type of
Yeah, from
stuff.
an
And I was like,
irony
yo,
standpoint, you were talking.
yeah, and I'm like, yo, y'all wasn't giving that same line of like compassion for George. Y'all wasn't giving that same line of compassionate, like nigga last
Trayvon.
words was to Trayvon. Nigga last words was gang violence.
My
Yo,
nigga,
Like,
my nigga went to his grave saying George Floyd's death was an overdose. Like he would have died whether the
like
nigga on his neck or not. He went to his grave feeling that shit wholeheartedly, 100% in his heart. And now niggas
so
like
that
going.
so that was my line. The thing is just like, yo, y'all can't sit here and ask people not to bid or not to joke on this when
Mhm.
y'all been acting crazy. Y'all been acting bad. Don't do that. Don't do that.
Yeah.
It's just like words have meaning. Like you can't just be saying this stuff. Like, bro, I know we grew up kind of similar. It's like as you learn young, like when you say certain stuff, it's a possibility you might have to fight over those words. You
Mm-hmm.
you learn that young. So it's just like he didn't. I don't think he ever learned that. He thought he could just say stuff and it
Mm-hmm.
just be cool. It's like, nah, you gotta be responsible for the stuff you saying.
Yo, that's crazy, Juice. I literally was going to say the same thing. Like words have meaning. You can't just say whatever. You can't just say whatever comes to your mind. I think that's that white privilege sicko shit. Being sheltered, growing up probably in a predominantly white neighborhood, probably never having a fist fight ever. Because people like I've met white people who I'd never had fist fights ever. I met black people too, but I met a lot of white people like I never fought ever. And like you said, bro, growing up where we grew up at, it's like words have meaning. You can't just say certain things. Sometimes, and I tell this to my wife all the time. Like sometimes words are worse than actions. You can say some shit like, "Oh, I'll do this," or "I'm going to do that," and it would have the same effect or a greater effect than had you had done it. Just
Mm-hmm.
saying it. And I feel like them far right, both sides. If you conservatives and left and the left,
Just
the liberals.
radicals,
Either
period.
side, if you too far right, you cook. You too far left, you cook. You feel me? And I feel like even though I don't think Charlie was like the farthest left, I heard his niggas way further than them, especially if you get deep into like that Second Amendmenters and the niggas like in Nevada and Utah and
You
all
ever
them.
heard of Groypers? I just learned
The
out. I
Groypers,
just
I just started
found
to
out what
find
that
out what
was.
Groypers was
Yo,
like.
Pat, you deep on the internet, bro.
Bro,
No,
I've been
that
they've
shit is
been
coming
writing me, bro.
across. That shit is coming across now. Like I'm like, what the fuck is a groiper? I thought it was like a gripper or something. And I'm like,
Niggas
no,
who
it's
Niggas who think Trump ain't far right enough. That's a Groyber.
Yeah, exactly. Like they let them niggas tell if all blacks go to jail. It should just be like on basically on some neo-Nazi shit. But yeah, to what Juice said, I think Juice made a great point, bro. I think that's what it was. I think bro was just a little detached from like what's really going on. And bro, you saying the shit you saying, you antagonizing people. You made a whole platform and made the money you made, had the success you made all from antagonizing people and
Hmm.
saying hurtful things. Like, and nigga, at the end of the day, you can't do that. Somebody in the world crazy enough, usually they're white.
Yeah.
Just like, you
You
know what?
inviting that
You
shit,
inviting
bro.
that shit, bro. And then for them to turn around like, oh well, he's a martyr and he died trying to
That
say no
nigga
the
was a
fuck he did.
YouTuber. That nigga
He
was
was
a
a YouTuber.
YouTuber.
He's no different from us, bro. He just had a enhanced vernacular
Bro,
skills,
not
bro.
even that. He just had on a suit. That nigga, I don't even know if he had a college degree for real, bro.
So
He
was
just
he the
had
white?
Yeah.
on, he just had on a suit and slacks and just got on the microphone and talked. It was so many
That
tweets
nigga
and
was
so much
Kevin
content,
Samuels.
bro. Bro, essentially, bro, that's
That
all
nigga
he
was just Kevin
was.
Samuels. And
That
Kevin
nigga
Samuels might have been
was
more impactful than that nigga.
Bro, that nigga was underqualified. He was an advisory for the Trump administration. He wanted to talk about DEI. Nigga, you are underqualified for your role. And in the
Yeah.
famous words of Malcolm X, the chickens came home to roost. You keep bouncing that ball will bounce back. And I think he's just a product of, like, I know we talked about freedom of speech is not freedom of consequences. And I think a lot of white people who come from where he come from, or white people who resemble him, I think a lot of them act the way they act because they are a product of non-diverse environments. Like, so when you talk about him being around white people all the time, or other white people who think like him, walk like him, talk like him, they're all around each other. In what instance would they have to get into any type of, like, not even an altercation, but just like a heated disagreement, a heated argument, or just to oppose each other? Now one might say black people, well, they would say black people do it because we hate each other. But I think when you're in a diverse environment, it forces you to understand that you just can't say anything out of your mouth because, like, what's okay for me to say to you, I probably can't say that to someone else who comes from a different walk of life, someone who may have lived differently than me or just looks differently than me. Like, I remember how it was. It's like that when you first get to high school. Like, high school is one of the most diverse places you can go for a kid, especially a black kid. I went to high school. It was everybody in there, blacks, couple whites, couple Asians, Hispanics. Like, you say the wrong thing to the wrong person, you'll find out soon. Like, there's no, like, real it's freedom of speech, but not freedom of consequence. And I think he was just a product of that, just being around, just being in the echo chamber his whole entire life. And the more you talk, the more speaking engagements you do, putting yourself out there, you're just going to put yourself around more and more people who just don't rock with you. And then once you spew hate, eventually those people who don't rock with you, they're going to act on that hate. So, yeah.
I
Yeah,
think
and I think that goes to your point, bro. Like, I think they want everywhere to be like that. You
Hmm.
was talking about everyone looks like me, everyone thinks the way I think, everyone does the same thing I do. They want everywhere to look like that. And I
That's
think I think it's always funny to me, like, the places that don't embrace like diversity, like Arkansas or Oklahoma. These like the poorest places, and the
hmm
places that do embrace that, New York, California. These are the places that's making the most money
hmm
because diversity brings the thing that we all love,
Yep.
capital. It bring it. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying? I was watching a video in UK where the right wingers over there, they was having this big thing. They was stopping they little march and going to get some Afghan food. They was stopping their little march. Like, it's like, yo, it's like a psyop or something. Like, it's
Yeah.
like something like they lost their mind or
Psychosis,
something.
bro. I think
Yeah,
somebody spoke on it here for like the Charlie Kirks, bro. I'm convinced a lot of it is just religious psychosis, bro. It's
without
like
a doubt. Without a
Christian.
doubt. And hide it under the
for
Christian banner.
sure.
Yep.
And hide it under the Christian banner. Yeah, it's a
Uh,
lot of that going on. Yeah.
Um, so let's finish up with best bets if y'all got any. But first, I do have a random question. I do want to start like a thing where I ask y'all a random question before we wrap. But I'm gonna let y'all think about y'all best bets unless y'all got them already. But my random question for the week is Where do y'all go with y'all girl that y'all don't want to go? Like, where's one place you go with your girl? She asks you to go. She drags you there. However you get there, one place you go that you do not want to go with your girl
TJ
for whatever
Maxx.
reason. TJ Maxx.
TJ Maxx. TJ Maxx.
I was gonna say
Instantly.
Sephora
Why? Why TJ Maxx?
or anything retail.
I think
Bro,
TJ
because
Maxx because it's so scattershot. Like you can get anything from TJ Maxx.
bro, it's a playground in there. Like you could look at pillows, you could look at cups, you could look at a shirt, you could look at workout gear, face like a
Perfume, all types of shit.
perfume, you could look at candy. Like it's, it's like you know, like shopping and go out. Like I know exactly what I'm getting. Like I leave the house going to go to the store, knowing exact I'm getting a t-shirt.
Bro, I know how much I'm gonna
My girl
spend.
was,
Like
bro, my girl was going to TJ Maxx, all vibes, like
whimsical.
whimsical. I'm just in there for 45 hours. Like, yo, why are we still here?
Fa la 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 la. It's like, our stomach touching. You got no service.
Trying to go.
Your parlay with the shit. Soon as you step in here, that's the one thing you looking forward to. All right, let me put these bets in. You 10 minutes in, the fucking under go over. You hungry? Oh my god.
Bro,
Why you say
I'm like,
Sephora,
yo,
Snow?
I'm really just thinking just because I had a bad experience not too long ago and so forth, but I really think it's anything retail, bro. Because like you said, they get whimsical and they could just this shit can go left, bro. And first of all, I don't like going nowhere because I feel like 9 times out of 10 I'm going to end up paying for it somehow, some way, either about money or time. I'm going to pay. I'm paying. I'm paying for this shit. You feel me? So it's like, or like the market. I don't like going to the market with her either because we have like two different appetites. Like I'm still a child. I want to get little bites and peanut butter and jelly
Nigga, I still be buying
and
chocolate at
shit
checkout.
and dairy, and I'm like, you feel me? Like I'm trying to, you feel me? Get my child.
Bro, you breaking up.
I want to get.
Oh, Snowy losing you. Is it me?
Yeah,
it's because you
can you hear me now?
Yeah, you back, you back. I think it's me.
I hear me,
yeah, I can hear you.
but I can see. Look,